go. Calling the meeting to order. Okay, it is, what is it?
Recording in progress.
Oh. I need to get out of here. Yes, I need that. Okay, hang on, I'm out of there. You have left this. I think I was joining it multiple times. Okay. All right, it's meeting called to order at 12:45. And we have Nita, Tracy, and Meredith. Okay, so first up is minutes from the March 23rd meeting. And since I wasn't here, you two have to do the approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Anything to add to the agenda? I see on the agenda is the financial controls checklist, town trust funds, annual meeting, Hubbard. I think that's pretty full. I don't know that we'll get to all of that. Anything else? Anything pop up urgently? Okay, so how about a quick report on recent auditor activities, but let's hold off on the Hubbard because to talk about that as a separate item. So anything else that's like reconciliation?
Yeah, Jenny and I met because the last reconciliation, I sat down with David and thought, okay, I can get this done this morning or whatever, and it just ended up taking me a while. It was after a tax, so there's just lots of entries, and just between the way it shows up on the bank statement, like the e-deposits, people can use a credit card or a check. And so it, like on the bank statement, it shows up in two different ways. If they use a check, it's one entry, and then if it's on credit card, it shows up another way. So trying to reconcile those, find those to go with the other documents that Jenny did, it just got like, at one point I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. So I just was gonna take a break, and then I ended up, like that was on a Tuesday, and Jenny and I talked, she needs the reconciliation to be done pretty timely so that she can close out things or whatever. So I had intended to get back to it, and she had sent me a message that I think I had updated her to say I'm taking a break from it and I'll get back to it, and I just haven't. And so she figured the things out that I hadn't, because it was out of balance. And anyway, long story, but then she and I talked about just how confusing that it can be sometimes. So there's now she can get a report from the bank about the ACH deposits, but she's going to print that up, so that may help, hopefully. And so anyway, we're trying to figure it out, but so I'll see if the next one, if it's, I think when it's not as much, but just after a tax thing, there's just a lot in there. So anyway, anyway, we're figuring it out.
So you're in good shape for it.
Yeah, and she, Jenny does such a great job and double checks. And there's a new thing, which I don't know if it's in here, that she went to a number conference or something, and so she's now doing this other stuff where she does her own reconciliation. I do the reconciliation, and then there's this form she can fill out, where she can go in, like, this is from my report, she finds this, the outstanding deposits is on that as well. I think that's information on there as well, but then there's things that are just then calculated on this, so it would fill in, and then it comes up and it's supposed to be 0. So when it isn't, then like she said, she hasn't figured out why this isn't 0 yet. And it may just be something that hasn't, like part of it is based on this number, this is her report, but some of these things like towards the end don't clear the bank yet. So it may just not have cleared. So she'd be able to subtract that. So it's just a good, I think she enjoys doing this because it's
another reconciliation.
Right, and like a puzzle to try to figure out like why this isn't. And apparently, so she hasn't been doing that for very long, I don't think, but whatever the last month was. This was something that had been carried over from 2021, like that she had, like in our book, been reconciled and figured out. Like it was something that she had coded incorrectly or whatever, and she had figured it out and caught it, but somehow it was still, I didn't really understand how it was still in the system, but she was able to say, oh, this is still hanging on from 2021, and so she was able to figure it out and zero it out, so it's all good. But,
That's great. Yeah.
so, yeah, so I think this is a, you know, she's gonna put that, I mean, she does that after I'm done, so. Anyway, so I think we're
Well
in
done.
good shape, yeah,
Yeah,
and it's, you know, just good things, and in the last couple months, like, there's been little things that we've caught of, like, you know, just transcribing numbers incorrectly or whatever, that just put you off by a couple cents or whatever, but it's, you know, like, there was a purpose, I think, for doing this also. Anyway.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
He also spoke at the select board meeting about the, she's getting a check reader. So that she won't have to, she'll be able to deposit remotely.
Ah,
Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's gonna be in another column when you're saying,
Well, it shouldn't be, I don't think it would be.
because it's checks, so it
Right,
could be
just- yeah,
with all the
yeah,
other checks, even
yeah,
though they're
I would
not
think so.
physically brought there.
Yeah.
that's great though, considering how far we are from a bank to be able to deposit.
Well, she can't do it online, like on her phone? Like on
Yeah, but I know, I was thinking about that, but there would probably be a limit as to how many, so like a
But there
tax
are
time.
per day, I think there
Yeah,
are.
well, there's
And
certainly,
security issues too, I'm sure.
yes, and yeah, I mean, I know our bank has a $5,000 limit per day, and then so
But
many
that would take
thousand
you
per week.
Right, yeah. but
For
it's a
10
long
days.
time To do it,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
So this would be essentially like what the check readers at a bank would have. So it'll run through a lot of checks and photograph them all.
Oh, that makes sense. How about other select board things that stand out to you? Hubbard,
Yeah.
we'll come to anything.
I'm feeling like they're getting organized and feeling like they're.
They're still struggling with credit, so like they got denied an account at what is the hardware place near Aldi's? Harbor Freight, and so Harbor Freight doesn't take checks, and they want to purchase. They said a compactor, and I'm guessing it's something that they're going to use there at the dumpster. And so figuring out how to purchase one, and they got, I guess the assistant that they had hired for that short term had applied for some credit cards that were in the names of the people who were working here. It was kind of all, and so that's all gone, and they got denied. So they're trying to get an account there. They don't, like, did I say this? They don't take checks.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, I went to their website and confirmed that they don't take checks. So yeah, they want either their credit card or some other credit card. So buying stuff is kind of difficult for. So they're trying to figure that out.
And I've been out of commission, so I haven't been doing anything much there. Then let's see, you've just signed the
board
orders? Okay,
Well,
well,
we're caught up.
well, let's talk about Hubbard.
Well, do we wanna talk about isn't the update on VLCT, internal financial controls checklist?
Well, that'll sort of get us into a whole different headset.
Okay.
Let's do Hubbard first. Get that out of the way.
So yeah, when I initially suggested putting this on the on the agenda, it was because we needed to move forward and find these missing invoices. And Jenny had that same idea apparently. And so she drafted a letter that the select board then signed last Thursday night to request the unpaid invoices, because that's what we're missing with all of the documents we do have, we don't know what has not been paid. And so that's,
Which,
So
and she
the-
said too that like she feels that like just recently she received 2 of the same exact invoice.
Oh, really?
And,
they
you know,
discussed there's been a change in the office up there, and they're wondering if perhaps they're working on cleaning up a lot of things at the office, and whether you know,
but then and then there was another thing where was it just in April or March, or maybe April, that we received a bill for February.
right,
Something
and
from- so like
and I had seen we were being charged a late fee on an invoice that was paid a week after we got it, but we got charged double, late fees because it was actually 2 invoices we paid. So there's just a lot of inconsistencies.
yeah, so she's basically saying like we can't
We don't know what to
town,
pay.
right, we need invoices to be able to pay them.
Yes.
So if you show us the invoice, we'll pay the bill.
Yeah,
Right,
But
there
so
was
it's feeling like it's
so-
probably gonna come back, like, that was one thing I was thinking that we could maybe look way back as when did that start?
Well, so
accumulating?
that's the thing,
But-
there's a little challenge because it's possibly as far back as 18. And so any invoices we have before 19 are gone. They're
because it's
purged.
7 years.
Yes, so we have that issue. And then I did talk with a former board member, and Terry spoke a little bit to this, that there was a double invoicing that may have caused some problems because the compactor broke down and they had to pay for the repairs. And there might have been some issue about
But
the
it shouldn't be,
invoicing.
like, again, onuses should be on them, if
To
you want us
produce,
to pay a
yes.
bill, show us a bill, we'll match that total so that we can
Right.
pay that, and then we
So,
will, but,
and
you know,
and I think that's,
that makes sense.
it's important that she points out that we indicate what each payment references on each check.
And
So
they do not there. Yeah.
Well, that was part of the problem. I love it. Send us copies of invoices that have not been paid. They're gonna have trouble with that.
Yeah.
Because they don't keep track of it. And when the
They're
work-
not applying the payments properly.
Right, and the work I did on it, I mean, I found one that wasn't paid, there were two things that seemed to not have been paid.
But we
And,
don't have an invoice.
but we don't have a specific
Right. So
invoice.
if they've cleared out in their 7 years, it may be a problem for them too.
So in which case, we need to
Yeah,
cut
forget
bait
it, let it go, yes,
and
yes.
start from zero.
Yeah.
Did they say anything about,
The late fees,
yeah,
I don't think she addresses that in the letter.
Yeah, I think that'd be the next step.
yeah. Well, there shouldn't be late fees because
If they're not
we
sure.
pay with,
Right,
unless there's one we missed.
Right.
But if we miss one because they didn't send it to us,
Well, that's, yeah,
that's another,
yeah, and Jenny has been the treasurer for 14 years, I believe she
Mm.
said, and they've paid everything they've received.
well, and it is on any checks have that invoice number written on.
Yeah,
right,
So now ball is in their court, right?
right, which is what needed to be done,
so, and this was just sent last Friday, so.
probably, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it was signed Thursday.
So it was sent this past week, last week.
As far as I know.
No, she told me she sent it Friday.
Okay, so we don't have to do anything more.
No, I'll just put it back with the other stuff. This is
Excellent.
a whole pile of statements and dispatch, yeah.
Okay, so we've done those things. Okay. Well, shall we dig into the financial controls?
I think we did everything, so
Oh,
we
you-
just are saying.
There were a
Did we-
few grammar things or maybe one or two things that weren't that were
Or
done.
accurate or?
Yeah, they were,
But I think we updated.
Yeah, we
it,
do-
right?
she updated the document, so
Great.
I don't know if you see
Okay,
those
where do you want it?
changes.
They should show up, so let's all go in there.
I can do that while I'm doing
I
this.
opened,
Do you wanna do this recorded? Or-
yeah, and we're in the meeting. And it also might be, we want to approve it. So
Mhm.
March 22nd. But did you put? It should. I have the version with. There's some green things in to look at, like it says Grant Store. That was one of them. But did you save it in anything else?
I have no idea.
What I want to view is comments or changes. I gotta get that one out. Well, are you on the one that says updated March 22nd?
That's what I'm on.
Just have to fix that one.
So you must have written that, right?
No,
Oh, March.
just March 23rd, it was the meeting.
Right, that would have been the one we were updating.
Okay, well, so when I get on that one, I go down to the first note I see as question A2. And there's a note from Patty in red. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So listers have a bunch of policies, not in the general town policy manual, nor the myriad policies of the library. Where should these policies be and who should be able to see them?
I don't remember that email being in there before, so she's
After, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So it would make sense for policies to be accessible on the town website, seems to me, whether it's listers or library or anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take out her comment from this document.
What page, I'm sorry, where are we?
Question A2.
A2, thank you.
I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put it in our minutes. So
Annual up here, or whatever you want it's called.
I don't think I'll see her stuff.
are you seeing it in there?
Oh, there we
I
go.
did see it already. We just removed it though, so, right?
And I would say my response to that comment is they should be on the town website. Right? Any policies used by a government entity? Accessible. So who should try and get them there?
Whoever manages
The town clerk, right?
yeah.
Clerk should ask for them. Okay. Then going down to question A3. I don't like the words town clerk's job description as the town clerk is not subordinate to the select board. Maybe say town clerk's current practices. It's not statutorily part of the town clerk's duties to disseminate all the information I disseminate to new officers. Right, the town clerk is not hired by the board, it's elected by the people, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I just think it's probably a matter of wording, right? So it shouldn't be in town clerk's job description, but
So do you want to do
they're including the second bullet point in town clerk's
current practices?
or duties
Oh.
or responsibilities or something. It's not statutorily part of the duties, I guess.
All right, because
Yeah,
what we have
practices, I
suggested, we have suggested that it be a policy that the select board.
Right,
Yes,
so it's
and-
really the select boards.
Right, but since even though they haven't done that policy, the town clerk has taken upon herself to. So we could say,
I think
I think we
just
could-
following her recommendation, it says maybe say town clerk's current practice.
or you know what, we could just take that bullet point out, because the first bullet point is, we recommend that select board members be required to read and sign off on policies. And that's still our recommendation, and the above bullet point just says that the town clerk does,
Yeah, what they're doing,
and what she does.
current
Sure,
practices.
let's just do that.
Okay.
Mhm.
We just take out that bullet point. Because we're describing what is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Why are things highlighted? Does that matter?
Yellow, it's
Just trying.
for
to be clear.
emphasis and quick reading.
Okay,
So if you didn't want to wade through everything,
okay.
it's what to take a note at, look at. So if there's a response, for example. So those numbers should stand out. I'm not seeing any other.
C1, C2 or questions.
Okay.
C1 and C2
You're already in
responses,
C,
that's
okay.
the grand store.
Oh, it's right. Okay.
But we can update that to Craftsman's and then if it sells,
Okay.
we'll have to update it again, right?
Okay.
To the store, should we just say the store?
No, that's
The general store?
the town store.
Isn't it a general store?
Yeah, it's a general store.
Okay.
Or maybe the town's general store, right? Or
Oh.
if we're saying the, I guess it's, doesn't mean just go to any general store that you want to.
So,
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be good.
the town's general store for transfers, collective. Okay, that's who can accept cash. Are they still doing that?
I have no idea. I can't remember, I think I bought one.
Let's pause that. This is the doctor. And somebody asked Patty if, hello, if we still do it at the store. Hello? It is.
Okay.
Okay, so restarting, we found out that we do still use the town general store. Okay, that's question C. Moving down, you said you found some other edits?
I don't remember if we
May have
did it, we
made.
probably just did it without.
If you did it, I don't have the history showing. I'm not seeing anything else pop up. Working my way down E, F. Oh, no. G. H, I.
Oh, I think we're good. I'm done.
Well, thank you for going through that yesterday. Okay, so
Last one.
on the last page there under I3 and then below with the names. There's a date from August 25th, 2025. So we can change that date to April 27, 2026. Document edited. Now I can take that right out. It's been edited. This is an edit.
So do we do that on the beginning of the document as well?
Before you leave, continue.
Right, it's ma'am.
Okay, internal controls document was compiled during summer of, okay.
Cause it says updated May 19th, 2025, right in the beginning. Like under contents.
Oh, wait a minute, let me get up there. Oh, I see. Updated May 19th, 2025. So we changed that to today.
To the very top, should say Middletown Springs.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, okay, wait a minute.
I can
Okay,
do that.
we'll do that one, take out the, for the. I'm gonna take out the 25 there too.
Yep, there we go.
Does it need to be both places, actually?
Well, it's part of the contents.
This is April 27. Oh, the only reason to keep it up at the top is so it's easy. If we make some minor adjustment, then we would change that, and then you know when you open it.
The last.
There.
So we need to go back down to the bottom, do we need to say this internal controls checklist was compiled in the summer of 20, we don't need to do that, right?
No, I think, didn't I take that out?
No, I can take it out. We just
Oh,
want the names of them.
Right, oh, yeah, that can come out.
This will.
And then, I guess we would all sign it, so I'm gonna push that over. Figure that out. And then all these different municipal policies down below. Oh, that's. Oh. What I might do is go through, I don't know if it's worth it, go through and adjust the paging so that it would print out easily.
Right, page breaks. I don't think this really has to do with this checklist, it just reminds me that one of the other things they discussed at the meeting that I don't know if we have a policy concerning, but Jenny needs a new computer for security reasons, cause she can no longer update her old computer. And so, especially as being a treasurer, that's a pretty important element. And I'm wondering what our policy is about.
I think that's one of our recommendations.
Okay, yeah,
Because
that's why I'm
there'd
thinking,
be a schedule for replacing equipment or something, right?
that's why it sounded familiar.
I don't remember where that is, but.
And there should be money in the budgets.
Yes, there is. They did discuss that, although one of the things, I'm not exactly sure what the status is, but we used to have a contract with, a tech company that did our tech stuff. And we no longer do, so they have to find a tech person, hire someone to transfer all of her stuff onto the new computer. And I imagine at some point they decided, the select board must have decided that it didn't make sense to have a contract. Cause there was
For one
that-
computer or two.
or two, well, yeah, there's actually at least three, actually four. So you have
Mhm.
listers, treasurer, town clerk, assistant town clerk.
Mhm.
Um, Yeah,
But, yeah, those can be pricey.
but the listers and the town treasurer should, yeah, there's some serious security issues there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, well, that's taken care of.
Right.
And I think it's part of our annual report, maybe too, as part of the.
We recommend that they
report.
have a replacement cycle, and in this one, there's a thing about security and passwords,
Right, that's, we did discuss that.
but nobody ever takes their passwords. I've started doing it, you have to use a password manager,
Yes,
and then
it's a great,
I used to, in the beginning, I would try and remember passwords. And now it's just, give me a new password, some long string of numbers and letters, and then
that's what I did.
get another new
It
one.
just remembers it.
Yeah. Okay, town trust funds. I have nothing new to add at
I
the
think I
moment.
saw, was it Front Porch Forum maybe, that Steve put out a plea for somebody to join the committee.
Yeah.
I've heard some people may be interested.
Oh, good.
My husband said he was interested, and then he was told he couldn't because of me.
Yeah,
The same thing as so. Yeah, I think he talked to Steve, and like, here it is, someone's volunteering, well, like John did. Okay.
Or he could volunteer and be on it, but just not be an official member. Right?
Yeah,
That's
but
John
what we
says.
need those trustees. Let's see this. Have shown interest. Okay, nothing new there then. So it would be good to go meet with the select board and present this financial controls thing. And I'm happy to do that. We did it last year. And we have, who do we have new? Oh, we have Chris is new and Robin is back. So I'm trying to think if I even had I might have had I have notes from it. I don't know about the PowerPoint slideshow, but I will do that if that's agreeable.
so you're just going to,
I'll ask them to put me on the agenda
Okay.
next week or two, next meeting or two. When's the next meeting?
2 weeks from
Oh,
last Thursday.
right. I would present the financial controls, give a history, and maybe talk about policies and upcoming audit.
Yes, there were some questions about the upcoming audit as to when it starts.
Jenny mentioned today too, that if any work that we do related to the audit, like if we are responsible for doing that, that we keep track of those hours separately.
Yeah,
and that they come out of the audit fund or something, so.
yeah,
She said that's what you all did last time, so.
yeah, no, we filled out separate forms. I think having gone through this financial controls, updating it finally all the way is a big step. This is really good to have done that. And then the policies the board has put in since the last time is also a big step.
Mhm.
So that's I think I need to get more up to date on the library. I need to meet with Bree, who is the library treasurer.
They've been stalled, so to speak, because Naylor and Breen's been on a break, and so
Yeah.
they've just restarted, I think, maybe this week.
Yep. And there's some surprises because the steeple is rotten.
Yes.
But we're starting to get money in fundraising, the bridge to tomorrow. I just deposited over $5,000 today. So we're doing a push to everyone's individual contacts before making a big public push, so that we get some good seed money. Okay. Any other business?
We plan our next meeting.
Mm-hmm. So.
Excuse me.
Well,
Month would be Memorial Day, so.
which,
Yeah, there's 18th or the 25th, which is Memorial Day.
so you wanna do the 18th?
Do we need to do earlier, do you think, or do we, or,
Or do you wanna wait till the 1st, is that what you're thinking?
well, that's what's pressing that we need to do, what's on our agenda, should we figure out that?
Hmm.
Because we can take off the update on the ICT, right? Follow up from select board, maybe, or what would you like?
Well, I think what we would like. Oh, you know what, we could actually dedicate a meeting to looking at the town trust funds. And just looking through the history a little bit and reviewing it. We haven't had time, it's always pushed back.
Should we keep, review of town trust funds, Hubbard Brothers invoices follow-up, keep that on, just to see if we've made any
Mhm.
progress, any other business future meetings?
Actually, I have a note on my template, said that we were going to set up a administrative task session to review trust funds. And that might be, instead of for a meeting, it might be just sitting down and reading through stuff. We could do that earlier in the month. And then we might have, when it comes, we might just have a short meeting.
So you wanna do it in addition to our regular meeting?
Yeah, where it's just, we sit down and put the paperwork out and look, read through histories. It's really interesting. Like if we could do that on the 11th. Just do it if 10 o'clock. Oh, I could change that. But if an hour on the 11th, then sit down and go through the stuff for an hour. And
I guess I'm just asking what is pressing for us to meet, to have other than updates on,
getting ready for the. I'm thinking getting ready for the audit. So.
Well, Jenny was saying to me like that's probably not going to happen until September, or right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have kind of like where we have information as to what we need to be doing to get ready.
Yeah, they'll give us a list, but we
in
know
the next couple of weeks. So will they have that or
no.
Yeah.
No.
So like, I don't know.
So I
It's not
think-
that I don't, I just
I think
don't
it's
a
getting
bad
our,
thing.
so for example, last year, last time, we didn't have clarity, on all the reserve funds. So Herb put together, gathered stuff and made a big spreadsheet and it took time to do that. So now we have some of that stuff done. But anything like that we can do to have information well organized ahead of time.
So one of the things that came up at the board meeting was, have they been in contact with us? And I said, not that I know of, but they should be contacting the select board, correct? Because as auditors, we're sort of like Jenny, we're not driving this.
Right, so at the beginning, they put my name down as a contact person.
Right,
But now that it's the select board,
okay,
it should be them. And I saw in the board materials, there was the proposal that I guess they signed.
previously.
You know,
But they have, so at the most recent meeting, they did ask if we'd heard anything
no,
from them.
they should do that contact.
So maybe that's just something we should nudge them to do.
Remind the board.
When we do the checklist. When you,
Yes, when
I'll probably be in attendance too, when you do,
yeah,
certainly online, but maybe in person.
remind board to contact. What's it, Sullivan. Where's? Well, and ask what they're likely to need.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of what they'll need is stuff that Jenny will print out.
right.
But yeah, I would like to get the trust funds better organized, even though they're a very small piece of it. Probably more important is the library.
Well, I guess I would say, if we don't have a whole lot to meet about, why don't we just have our meeting?
At the normal time.
Right, or just do the trust fund stuff as a part of a regular meeting.
Yeah,
Right, rather than have two times to come.
okay.
So we're back to the 18th or the 1st.
I'd say let's do the 18th, because stuff comes up.
Oh, just,
Or is that not a good time?
no, I think I can.
There are actually 5 Mondays in June, so we could meet on the 1st and then meet on the 29th. If we wanna do that, or if you feel like it needs to be done soon. I can do either, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I have,
Usually we skip a month in the summer. Well, what works for you guys?
Either would work for me, so it does.
Let's see. So we're late enough in the month, 1, 2, because we went later, I see. Well, let's do June 1st. 10 o'clock?
You okay?
yeah, I'm just realizing some collisions going on.
Well, talk to us.
Oh, no, it
Something-
has to do with Mara coming home and et cetera.
Well, it's June 1st, okay?
June 1st is very okay.
Okay.
It takes the other things out of play.
Okay, so next. So, next meeting will be June 1st. At 10 o'clock. Town office. Agenda will include. Hubbard follow-up. Right,
With trust fund.
trust funds review. and unusual.
Okay, motion to adjourn,
Please.
I'll make that motion. All those in favor,
Aye.
motion is adjourned,
1:33.
motion meeting, whatever. There we go.